Hello and welcome back to Goetia. I have repositioned my mic, so I'm hoping I am a little bit clearer. Let's see. Where did it leave me? Nice, okay. So I did pick up the journal. Books about magic. Not a science I'm familiar with. There's nowhere else to go here. Did I already look in here? Yeah. There's only this light to illuminate the whole room. It's all so dark and oppressive. I can't click on the door. We have been in here. The only thing I can think of is we were looking for a hexagonal shaped key of some sort. Can I take this with me? Yes. Okay. Can I take it all the way out to the door is locked. Okay, so it's a physical object. I'm assuming I probably cannot take it with me. There's something under the office. Can I actually reach there? I'm just gonna take this with me. Maybe? No. It can't go with me. Here we go. I used to hide in this wardrobe. Annie never found me in here. This box contains some kind of white powder. A hollowed skull, one of Mother's eccentricities. I suppose it must have come from the upstairs library. Can I take it through here? Yes. I don't quite know how to use that powder yet. I know what it's for. I just don't know where to use it yet. Okay, that's still blocked off. I can go here. Oh. Feathers? Malphus. Right? Oh, hello. Good evening, young lady. Who are you? Oh, come now. You wound me. We are already acquainted. Of course, it was some time ago, and you may not have seen that I was there. I am one of the kind your father did so love to talk about, even if he elected not to teach you much about me in particular. My current form, shall we say, should be something of a hint. You're one of the demons that father was studying. A raven? You must be Malphus. But demons don't exist. It was just an unpleasant hobby of his. I suppose you must be right. After all, that would be simply absurd. Not unlike believing in ghosts, perhaps. I must say, I am rather surprised to see you here right now. No matter. I'm almost flattered you recognize me. It means that mankind has not quite forgotten about me yet. Not completely, at least. What do you want? What do I want? Oh, I see. Abraham must have taught you that I would require a favor if you were so impertinent as to summon me. But in your case, young lady, I chose to appear before you. You did not summon me, and thus we can dispense with the quid pro quo. I suppose I simply wanted to, well, chirp with someone, perhaps? Chirp. Fine. But what are you doing here? Ha! Now that is quite an interesting question. Would that I could answer it. You mean you don't know? Not exactly. I do recall that I was summoned, but in a most unusual way. Annie. She called me, and we chirped for a time. But she deceived me, and trapped me within these walls. All I know is that some part of me remained in the cozy confines of hell, while the remainder, well, is the manor itself, or something like that. Like, when I possess an object. It does indeed seem the same forces are at work here. And why are you preventing me from going any further? I am doing nothing of the sort. Or rather, not consciously. You see, my girl, we are both pure spirits here, and it seems that our essences cannot collaborate, shall we say? I promise you, I would simply love for you to proceed. I dare say that you are the only one who can free me. The sigil on the ceiling. Could it be a hint? An answer? Ah, such a keen mind. If it is not the answer itself, it must be some part of it. My sigil is not complete in this form. It cannot be seen by man, much to my immense sorrow. The sigil you see only represents half of my being, the part that remains in hell. There is another sigil. In fact, it is the opposite of this one. It represents the part of me that is trapped here among the living. Should you manage to find it and decipher it, I would be free to leave this world. I knew you wanted something after all. Exposed. Yes, and it seems we both need each other. I expect that I can rely on you. You have Blackwood blood running through your veins, after all. If you'll pardon the expression. Wait, you... He's disappeared. Not quite. Do keep up the good work, Abigail. Simply forget that I'm watching your every move. That's unnerving. Oh, whoa, I've been missing a lot in this. The manor is empty, and there are no signs of its inhabitants. I can feel a presence, however, and it seems it was abandoned only recently. Some of the walls and ceilings bear sigils. I've seen them before. Father used to study them. Did he draw them? And why do they prevent me from going deeper into the manor? I might find answers on the upper floors, but first of all, I have to get through these barriers. It's 1941. Almost 4 decades have passed in but a few seconds. Father's gone. And probably Mother too. What about Annie? She must still be alive. She'll have answers for me. Good Lord, Annie, what have you done? Why did you invite a demon, several demons, into Blackwood Manor? What is this foolish project of yours? Malthus claims that an opposite sigil will free him and his fellow demons. I don't really trust him, but this is the only way to get answers and find Annie, and to rid the manor of these evil entities. Yeah, sounds like it. I can't go there. Can't go there. I know I need the powder. This dumbwaiter is connected to the kitchen in the basement. Gabriel Hodgkin, February 1939. 31 years old. Robert Hodgkin, 1940. 14 years old. These glasses are still full, as if people left in a hurry. Annie Hodgkin, November 1940. Doesn't show her age. Annie Hodgkin. Annie Hodgkin. Annie as a grown-up. I still recognize her, though. Alexander Hodgkin, 1939, 28 years old. And Edward Hodgkin, 1940, 10 years old. There's dear Mrs. Ward, the housekeeper, and she has her keys even in this painting. This ruined tower reminds me of the one the villagers were talking about in the woods on the estate. This seat was, of course, Father's armchair. I'll be honest, that doesn't look very comfortable. The silver medallion holds a portrait of a dour-looking man with sharp eyes. This wardrobe is not really my style. Four wooden spheres ornated the front of this box. A word is written on each, an original ornament for such a box. Okay. What order? I think it was Gabriel? No, Robert. So it's Robert, Gabriel, Alexander, and Edward. Well, Edward's the youngest. And I think it was... Oh, maybe it's not them. I'll have to keep looking. Oh. It's the back of the house. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. I should stay in the manor. I can't imagine who would be out wandering in the woods right now. It's a strange place for an office. It's a little notebook. Some of its pages have been torn away. Perhaps they're still around somewhere. If I bring it back to where I had the powder... How do I use it? Just stack things. Mother, since you will not listen to reason, I must stop you myself. I apologize for stealing your notes, but I see no other way. Gabriel may be the oldest, but he has no idea what you're up to. I'll be back for young Edward and Robert. I forbid you from trying anything with them, or you will dearly regret it. This has all gone on long enough. Farewell. We read that. This couch seems comfortable enough to have a rest, if only I could. I don't recognize this chair. There's something down here. It's not showing it should be blocked off by Malthus, but it's below the office. There we go. It works perfectly. There's a sheet of paper on the wall, but why is it blank? How odd. So that's where I need to take the powder. If it's not the right powder, maybe I'll at least be able to make some nice fireworks. It reads, "The eldest's birth." Smoked garlic. I used to love that smell, but the memory is fading. My young brother, it's been a while since I haven't put your keen mind to the test. How would you feel about a paper chase? First clue, chariot. Happy hunting. Okay. These plates haven't been properly washed. The meals weren't finished either. A thick metal door. It also looks like it's made of lead. Something's preventing me from going any further. It must have something to do with those strange metal sheets bolted to the wall. There's a combination lock on the door. There's no food on these shelves. No one's planned on settling in here. Hey, the eldest. Did it say the eldest? Yeah, the eldest's birth. Okay. 31 years old. So is that the year this was painted? Yeah, it's the year it's painted because, or the photograph is taken, or the sketch is done. I don't know. I think these are supposed to be paintings or something. So he's 28. How do I find their actual birthdays? I guess maybe it's taken on their birthday, just in the same year. So he would have been born in 1908, right? He'd have been born in 1930. Okay. We'll try 1908. Hey! Can't say I'm disappointed, but this is not what I expected. Where do those lights come from? A must stand for Alexander, I suppose. E for Edward, G for Gabriel, R for Robert. My dear Alexander, I know you disapprove of all this. You've made that perfectly clear these past few days. Forgive me, my dear child, but I must see this to the end. Our family has suffered too much. I hope you'll find it in you to forgive me for what I did, wherever you are now. I'm sure you are happy where you are now. Your loving mother, Annie. Those 4 pillars bearing initials are some sort of tribute to Annie's sons. This whole place is imbued with some unknown kind of magic. It must have something to do with my quest. But for now, I must focus on freeing Malphus and the others to reach the upper floors and find Annie's trail. An empty notebook, a torn page, an object that calls to me, whose message I must decipher. Someone threw this note into the fireplace, but it didn't burn. It mentions some sort of treasure hunt created by someone named R to his brother. Maybe the reward could be interesting. Okay. Annie, my God, what happened here? What have you done? I don't understand all these sigils, these messages, these experiences, and this silence. I can't stand to be alone here. What happened to the Blackwoods? And why did I wake up? Where is Annie? This is a nightmare. Father? Mother? Please, I'm begging you. Come back. Help me. A noise. Is someone there? I think it came from the hall. I mean, nothing seemed different. And this is outside, isn't it? Yeah. Something shattered. I should also probably bring this down to where I have the... Here it is. We'll leave them in there for now. Maybe whatever it was up here? No. That is a cool wallpaper though, not gonna lie. Like having an entire map. Okay. A noise from the ground floor. Is it a friendly presence or something more sinister? I have to go to the hall. But there was nothing there. The pen is mightier than the sword, and treasures do hide in the written word. I should try to remember this. When I'm close to this feather, I feel like something is calling to me, but the feeling is vague. I must be missing something. Maybe it's the notebook. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to grab it. Some of its pages have been torn away. Okay, so it's not that. Well, hopefully I remember that's there. It's okay. Also, there are multiple halls in here. Okay. The clue was chariot. So let's try and figure that out. I can't get this book off the shelf. I might be somewhat altered, but even so, there's no way I can read that book without finding a way to get it off the showcase. Can I break it? Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. That was so loud. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This hole must lead somewhere. But I can't go through it. Okay, so now I can take things everywhere. Something hexagonal, just like the pedestal outside the manor. I should try taking it there. Yes, we should. That's what the shattering was. This fell off the shelf. That's why there's shards down here. The crockery broken. The crockery's broken. It didn't fall by itself. Oh, there's something on the shelf. Yes, there is something on this shelf. The door is locked. Well, it's a good thing we're a ghost and we can just go up and up and up. Maybe? Possibly? Can we go... Damn. What if we... take this... and go out the other way... and go up and around the house? Maybe? Possibly? No? No. And how do we get it outside? Oh, maybe that hole actually leads outside. This hole must lead somewhere. There we go. The opening closed behind me. The manor seems a little more alive than I'd like. It fits perfectly. Nothing. And no one. Maybe it was a rat. This place is quite decrepit after all. Yet another disappointment. I managed to find a curious object in the hall, at least. A wooden hexagon bearing the Blackwood arms. I think I know where to put it. The servant's tomb. I didn't know we had one. I would love to say hello to Mrs. Ward. A key, of course. Now let's find the lock that it opens. If it belongs to Mrs. Ward, as I suspect. Okay, let's explore a little bit first. What would someone be hiding among the coffins? I'd like to leave this place as soon as I can. Okay, so that is the only thing. The key is too small for the manor's massive doors. It must rather open some furniture item. Well, in through the window we go. I will let the chariot alone today. In its place let them bring me a fifth horse, if thou hast it. He should be barebacked and fleet as the others. Ilderm's wonder was aroused, and he summoned a servant immediately. Bid them bring the harness for the four, he said. The harness for the four, and the bridle for Sirius. Ilderm then arose. Sirius is my love, and I am his, O son of Arius. We have been comrades for 20 years. In tent, in battle, in all stages of the desert, we have been comrades. I will show him to you. The harness was brought with his own hands. Ben-Hur equipped the horse with his own hands and led them out of the tent, and there attached the reins. Bring me Sirius, he said. An Arab could not have been better sprung to seat on the horse's back. And now the reins. They were given to him and carefully separated. So, I'm assuming horse is the next clue to that. The novel pointed out by the previous clue is annotated. The word horse is circled, but finding a horse in the manor will not be easy. We already know where one is. But where does this key go? Can't go through there. Alright, that's the certificate of death for her father. There we go. Opposite sigil, banishment. I can't move this. Ferris. I don't know much about Ferris. The text says he knows about medicinal herbs and stones. that he teaches logic and ethics, kind of ethics, and that he can make people invisible and eloquent. This green moss appeared during the night after my summoning attempt. I don't dare remove it, as I fear it might damage the sigil. What would happen if the connection were suddenly severed without the proper preparations? Yoon. Father's research mentions him on several occasions, with a mixture of fear and respect. From what I understood, he tried several times to enter our world, but not with benign intentions. I don't understand him. Tuesday, November 25th. Malphus doesn't like him. I still don't know if I should trust Malphus, though those two have been in open war for centuries in their world. He seems ready to take any opportunity to make his opponent lose ground. Can I count on Malphus to block his way if he tries anything? I shall summon him at the end. No opposite sigil. Not enough time. No need. If he escapes, I might do this wretched world a favor. Paimon. So this is Paimon. If one believes Jacques Colin de Plancy? A king of hell. He teaches art, science, and mysteries. He belongs to the Order of Angels and Dominions. He has 200 legions. 200! I misread that, sorry. He has 200 legions under his command. A perfect match for the spirit of the family, then. 22nd position. 4 dots appeared on top of the sigil. A smell of burning filled the room. I'm on the right path. But what do these straight lines on top of it mean? Nibirius. Nibirius is a violent marquis. He appears as a raven, and his voice is hoarse. He can grant eloquence and amiability, and he teaches the arts. He has 19 legions under his command. I have had my fill of ravens. Once again, not much information. He seems to intrigue Gabriel. Maybe I should offer to let him attend the summoning sessions. Well, that's quite the discovery, young lady. Do you remember this sigil? Try to memorize its every relief. This will be crucial when you try to chase me out of these walls. Oh. Malphus's opposite sigil has been revealed. Every room once blocked by his presence is now accessible. What the hell is that? It looks like a hat? Like, it looks like a really weird, awkward rendition of Santa Claus. I don't know what I'm looking at. Does she? A drawing of what seems to be an old man wearing a hat was hidden under the bronze statuette. A familiar silhouette. I think he's in one of the paintings. This guy. John Falco. The old man's portrait is signed John Falco. What should I conclude? Something about his name? His first name? His identity? I wonder if that has anything to do with, if I can remember where it is. I think it's back, like all the way back. This thing. There we go. A sealed room next to the kitchen. I was unaware of it. I'd like to take a look. Then let's do just that. A gigantic raven, demonic sigils, and now a bright orb that can levitate. I feel strangely drawn to this shape. Maybe I can learn something from it. Abigail is now able to see traces or details about the history of the most recent owner of an item. Possess an item and explore with it for a moment to see if something else is highlighted. The last actions of the living might help you in your quest. Looks like a piece of makeshift furniture made out of wine crates. The old front door. I wonder where the other panel is. It's impossible to guess what it is. Can I not go in there? No. Okay. We've already gotten most other things. Maybe we have to bring items that belong to each down here. This bronze statue is superb. Is it an eagle or a falcon? Details count. They do. Wardrobe's not her style, as we learned previously. We should probably go look in the rooms that were blocked off before. Brilliant. I never doubted you. Remember, you must memorize each opposite sigil and the method to activate them. You'll do that in remembrance of me, won't you? There's dust everywhere now. Okay, so that connects here. Not exactly sure what I'll be looking for. How come I didn't see these scratches? Oh, it fell all the way down. I recognize this. My treasure box. A ball of string I used in my many adventures. Some dice I could use to play with anywhere. Something to write with, even in the darkness of night. This isn't mine. I'm sure I didn't draw this. Is it a sigil? It looks like those that Father studied, but none of them was called Abigail. The same knickknacks left to rot, just like everywhere else. Nothing particularly illuminating. There's a tube with a cylinder inside of it. Communicates with the upper floors. I'm assuming the cylinder carries stuff, and that's why I can't grab it. A photograph that's seen better days. I can't make anything out. There are messages scattered all over the manor. It's all quite peculiar. My dearest son, I am saddened to have fallen so low in your esteem. Your little plot is not a hard one to notice. The notes you stole are important, true, but I don't need them anymore. I suppose you hid them in your flat in the village. Or that you gave them to that Stanford girl. May they teach you something. We'll have the opportunity to talk about your misdeed. You can be sure of it. I'm sure I'll find some answers in Oakmarsh Village. It's not far from the manor. Oakmarsh is now accessible. It is located west of the manor. It is possible to come back to the manor at any time by simply going there or selecting on the map. Okay. We will take a look at that soon. I need a tool to open this panel. Okay. Oh. Father might have had some peculiar tastes in decorating, but he wouldn't keep decapitated statues. Yeah, this is more like how I imagined ghosts before, that is. I remember a wardrobe, but this looks more like a confessional. The screwdriver is in good condition. A tool like this is always useful to keep around. Well, it's a good thing we found it. So I can bring it with me back over here. Oh. Okay. In the note I found on the pool table, Annie wrote to Alexander, her second son. She mentioned secret research in a third party, Stanford. It all leads to Oakmarsh. I should be able to investigate without much difficulty. Okay. So we're gonna... The only thing we haven't completed. My old treasure box remains intact, but I wasn't expecting to find it here, and with a mysterious item added to my own collection, no less. A sigil, similar to those of the Goetia, but with my name on it. This item, what it suggests, terrifies me. Yeah, if I had to guess, it looks like her sister added her as one of the things summoned to protect the house, I guess? Is what it seems like her intentions were? So we need the notebook. Where did I leave the notebook? Oh no. Here it is. Okay. This goes out to that study? No. Did someone put it here while waiting to replace it? It's strewn with scattered trinkets. There's a note hidden in the frame. In remembrance of our discoveries and of hard-working, sleepless nights, this forest will miss you. Anton. Anton? The name doesn't ring a bell, but he might have some answers for me. The woods are behind the manor. I should follow this lead. Eldwich Forest is now accessible. It's located east of the manor. It's possible to come back to the manor at any time. Got it. I've read most of these novels, but I don't remember them. Those are both blocked. Oh. Empty, of course. A photograph. Or what's left of it, at least. I really like this. I can make out a farm. Or is it a cottage? Notes written in a hurry. Eureka! Things to try. Is the photographer the only one who can cast the spell? Is the soul bound? What projection for the photographed landscape? Copied memory on existence? Additional questions. What is the link with the human branch of the Goetia? If we can enter and leave a photograph, is the same true of an object? What about soul projection? Returning to one's body? Need to study this with Mother. Is the photograph a gateway to an existing place? Does the spell create a new place? Need to test it with a montage. If a new, autonomous, immutable universe is created, the implications are unimaginable. In and out of a picture, an autonomous and unalterable universe. I was expecting a guide on developing photos, but this doesn't make any sense. I don't like this. This room might have a few more secrets to learn, but I'd rather not stay here any longer than I have to. Some landscapes, buildings, ruins, not a single face. I don't know what these are. I don't see any paintings in this room, only photographs. These pictures must be important, or they wouldn't be framed. This box holds nothing interesting. A few vials, some clothes, and clean linen. These all seem quite harmless, at least. Someone slept here recently. If only I could find a living person. Though I'm not sure if this is the one I'd like to meet. I can sense something in this photo, as if it were possible to see further. Maybe if I focus some more. What on earth has happened? I don't see any colors anymore. It's all black and white, like in a photograph. It doesn't make any sense. I need to get out. I remember the cottage from the photograph. How strange. It seems I can enter it even though the picture doesn't show the inside. Some pages have been torn away. Gabriel Hodgkin, 2nd February, 1940. Mother's work inspired me to undertake an insane project, which had obsessed me day and night, and today, at long last, I decided to begin. I've already gathered all the materials I'll need, and took all the necessary precautions. I was afraid of how Mother would react when she found out, but her support has been as unfailing as always. According to her, my work and her research could benefit from each other, and I agree. I can't wait. A few years ago, I would have laughed at myself. Today, however, even if it seems mad, I know that some sort of immortality can be achieved. It is possible as long as one can project one's soul into an artifact, be it natural or artificial. It's called having a Horcrux. Voldemort did it first. Sorry. That being said, I would not recommend using a natural artifact. The scant information we could gather suggests that the risk is too great. The results so far are unconvincing, but each day proves to us that Anton and Mother are not far from their goal. As for me, I'm thinking of a somewhat different way to temporarily project a soul in an object, something that would enable me to access its history, from its creation to its daily use. I'll start with a familiar object I know every detail of. I don't want to risk anything. As such, I'm thinking of an object created by my own hand that offers an infinite number of possibilities, a photograph. Of course, I can't possibly know the chemical and physical composition of a photograph, but I'm very familiar with the technique, from the framing to the shooting and the developing. Photographing a well-known place should limit the chances of getting lost. It would be a shame not to be able to find my way out of the object. Oh. I like this round rock. Would that I could lie on it for a while. I can see a grain in the walls of this lumberjack's cabin, like the grain of a photograph, but it looks more like wood grain to me. There's a drawing of a strange creature on the box, half fish and half horse. Pretty sure it's a kelpie. Some crates and gardening tools, nothing particularly useful. A set of wood saws, I won't be needing those. These bags are full of sand, no hidden treasure then. This hammer reminds me of the kind used with a chisel to cut stone. I shouldn't get too close to this workbench, it looks really unstable. A pair of glasses, a vital accessory for any scholar. Oh, okay. I'll just leave them in there then. There's not enough space for another object. This box seems familiar. Maybe I'm missing something. I feel like I need to break the workbench, but I don't know. so I can't take the objects out of this picture. The summit is but a milestone. Climb some more. Seems like someone never heard of Icarus. I'm very confused. What can I use these glasses for? So I guess no matter which of these objects you pick up, the summit is but a milestone. There's only enough space for one object in here. Gabriel's Folly. The picture I found in the bedroom was incomplete, and I cannot access the missing part. I need to find the second half of the picture to discover the whole scene. A photograph within a photograph. This place has no end. It's a veritable labyrinth, as if its creator, Gabriel, did everything he could to confound visitors and hide something important inside it. This only intrigues me more. There's one thing I'm certain of, though. I cannot possess an object in a photograph and then go out of a picture and into another one. Each picture has its own universe. But I will need to carry out an object from one place to another, so I'll need to find a solution. Maybe whatever's in the box is what I can carry over. So let's go back. That's his little... what's it called? Whoa. This is all upside down. First of all, it is advisable to delve as deep as possible into the artifact, the subject. One should go pace by pace from oneself to the subject cautiously, as if with a flight of stairs. Request, approach, invitation, possession. The idea seems straightforward, but the first two steps always leave me in a persistent semi-conscious state for a few minutes after the attempt, and breaking the frail connection between the projection and myself is not recommended. To maintain this connection, one can use rituals. The most formidable ordeal is the invitation. More precisely, the exact moment the subject accepts my projection and opens the door leading into itself. I gradually lose consciousness of myself, and a new world opens. However, the short moment when both universes coexist is a painful and distressing one. Finally, the possession is the decisive step. A sigil drawn on both hands can strengthen the connection. Sigillaria. Food supplies. I'm saved. They look like the bullets grandfather used while hunting, but they're a bit more cumbersome. Something is hidden behind these railings. A photograph? A young king that I don't know? Oh, England. La Nocturne. Some sheet music brought from France. Fortunately, it's been translated. By Annie, I suppose. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I don't know how to play the piano. Mother used to put her favorite novels here. I recognize this piano. Will I be able to touch a few keys? I don't know. My god. This looks like it goes somewhere. But it doesn't. The box. I can't see anything. Let's go back. I think we need the glasses. Got it. So right switch, wheel, lever, left switch. Right switch, wheel, lever, left switch. I'm feeling my way through, but with so many questions hanging over me. When I possess a picture, what do I see? Is it the projection of my memory or the real state of the scene at this instant? If I create and then possess a montage, is the scenery invented by the arrangement? Or would I be right in saying that a link, a doorway, to an alternate version of the picture is created? What happens in my reality when I possess a picture? How does my body react? Does it move? Do I keep going about my business? What becomes of me? I'll ask Mother to attend one of the rituals so that she can help me to shine some light on this last mystery. I often dreamt of seeing the mountains. I never thought I would see them for the first time in a photographic maze, but I suppose it'll have to do. Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. This photograph is troubling, and it looks inactive, if I may say so. I'm not sure if the camera angle was wrong, but the picture was placed upside down, and I lost my bearings. I should turn it. I remember watching stone carvers in the village. They used such a hammer and a chisel. Could have this one be used to carve stone near the cabin. A sentence has been carved in this stone. The summit is an achievement. Climb some more. How philosophical. Where am I supposed to find something at altitude? Okay. Annie talks about someone called Anton in a forest in the eastern part of the estate. Was he living there as a recluse? I don't recall anything being there. No house. Not even a hut. What was his connection to Annie? If she's left the manor, maybe he'll know where she's hiding. I don't really know my way around the forest, but I must explore it. And I still haven't sorted out... Can I move you? But there was... I need control. The other painting. Or photograph. Keep calling them paintings. This one. There we go. Right side up. These tools remind me of the weapon diagrams in the library, but these are much more sophisticated. My dearest parents, we've been left here without orders for almost a month. There isn't a living soul in St. Margaret Those who survived the bombings fled the area. Nevertheless, there's still been no word from either Winnie or Pooh for several weeks now. Each hour we spend watching the guns that resonate in vain is at once both reassuring and frightening. The weight and uncertainty are wearing us out. Despite the bloodshed, we were glad to be able to respond in kind on this side of the sea. Still, I won't complain, for what it's worth. In this uneasy silence, chill hangs over us now. I can enjoy the sweet music of the words I write for you now. That said, the monotony of the past few days was disrupted a little. A photographer came to visit our bunker. He arrived in a Daimler? Armored car and was accompanied by 2 officers. He was a rather strange fellow, and none of us were sure of what he was there for. He set up his bulky equipment to take a few pictures, but made sure to keep us from appearing in them. I always thought that in times of war, portraits of valiant soldiers were common, but he was only interested in the building. Despite its blank, black walls, he didn't stay very long. I missed Lizzie's letters. How is she? I hope she's well, and that she's not affected too much by these events. As much as circumstances allow. She's so young. Tell her she's a true friend. The latest news is Martin's posting. Last week, he left the bunker for... It's not finished. One of the pictures is missing, but that doesn't stop me from traveling inside the other 2. Oh. A vehicle destroyed by fire in the middle of nowhere. The label only says developer. Question is, how do I get the developer out of the photo? The photograph of some ruins. Just a picture. The trails lead here. I should search for a way to enter. With love, A. I'm assuming this is the one that I need, then. Okay, so I need C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I don't know. I looked up, like, what the typical order of piano keys is. I don't... I'm not ashamed to admit that I had to look that up. The picture of a landscape carefully placed in this cupboard. And I'll just take you and place you here. Does that connect them all? Can I? I can. Give me this. Cairns were usually erected to honor the dead. If I build one for myself, will I be able to rest in peace? I was strangely attracted to this scene ever since I poured the liquid on the photograph. Oh, we can go in it now. Nice. But I think there was a staircase in here that I hadn't actually gone up yet. Can I go up here? I'm gonna go back and turn the painting around. Painting? It's not a painting, it's a photograph. I'm gonna turn it around again. There we go. No, I can't go in there. Okay, it's fine. Let's go in here. This pillar looks out of place. Castle Sinclair, Gurnago. I definitely butchered that. In northern Scotland. It looks the same as in the photograph. Photographers? My nephew seems to have traveled there quite often. The frailty of existence in a single metaphor. So do I need to take... Maybe I need the hammer? Oh my god, there's so many pictures to keep track of. Oh, that's not the one. I needed the one on the wall. It's gonna be an extra long... video. Okay, let me get the glasses out of here. Where? Oh. This is unreal. I can sense every detail of these clothes. This place is making me see things, sending my senses into disarray. It's driving me mad. Where else did I see... Like, where was the original picture? Was it through here? Oh. This island is, well, hardly an island. It looks like a mountain that was cut out and turned upside down, like something from a story. I gave orders to creatures that I would have sworn never existed. I felt and understood the essence of the human soul like no one before me even described it. I scratched the surface of our salvation after death and literally moved heaven and earth to stand where I am today. No one has ever come so close. I would be insane not to fear for what tomorrow might bring. I have faith in Mother, in her work, in her will and her knowledge, in her persistence, her vigilance, her power and her intellect. I will not draw back. Oh, Gabriel, This column was added onto the rest. The light is soft, warm, and welcoming. There's one thing I'm certain of, though. It cannot possess an object. Okay. I get the impression that the two pictures on the wall of the sentry box are part of a set, in which case one is still missing. Though I can enter each picture, I cannot pass from one to the other. Perhaps I'll be able to do so if I find the missing picture from the set. It can't be far. Okay. Can I enter this photo in here now? That's why. It wasn't an actual photograph, it was like a collage. That's why I couldn't enter that one. Now we go back. Through the bunker. Oh my god. Not in here. No! Go back. Through here. Into here. This isn't quite Blackwood. I'm sure I'll find something helpful in the manor's past. The box is empty, or rather, it was when the photograph was taken. Is it still in the manor? Is that really the only thing in here? Naberius, curious, inattentive, discreet, passionate, calm, dismissal, or banishment. Naberius, the symbol doesn't look like the demon's sigil. Banishing. This must be his opposite sigil. We should be able to enter the manor's tower now. Glorious. As confusing as that was, thankfully I only had to look up one solution. We're making good progress. But I gotta call it here. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!